You're what's cracking? How's everyone doing today? Mm, mm, mm. What's poppin', y'all? My scenes are locked. What's up, fam? How is everyone? You like that new look? Facebook user? Who is this Facebook user? And y'all should know the routine. Come through on YouTube. Is the link in the description? Well, I am the only India Delgado on YouTube. So that'll let me see you. If not, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to put my phone on silent. Let me know in the comments who you are. Shutting down summer too soon? Who that? We ain't gonna I don't want to shut down summer. I want to know what y'all been up to. What's your summer been looking like? What do you got planned for the rest of the summer? Let's see. I'm still messing with this studio. Let me move some stuff out the way. Put my keyboard here. Get the stream deck. Put my cell phone to charge. What's going on? PT? Kali. Chocolate twist yoga. What's up, sis? How are you? You don't gotta tell me your whole government, boo. I know there's only one Kali in my life. That's you. It's all good. I missed y'all. Let me see. Can we... I mean, make sure my hat, you know, the New York style, we be having the hat mad low and then be having a look like that. But and we'll make sure you guys can see my eyes. I'm not a criminal. So let's really, what is popping? What's cracking, y'all? Make sure no music starts again. No, we are good in the hood. What is popping, y'all? You're what's cracking. Let's turn down some of the lights a little bit. Get some more of the red going. There you go. Nice little glow. New red Yankee on. Who but you? You know, we had to rep. I was in Lids. I went to the mall earlier this week on Wednesday, might have gone. Earlier this week, I needed to get. So what happens is when my hair starts to grow in, and I don't feel like doing it, it's usually a hot mess. And so for those of you women, and you can probably hear Tyler upstairs barking. He hasn't barked all day. Legit. He has not barked all day. As soon as I come downstairs and come on the live stream, he starts to bark. So for those of you guys that have been rolling with me for a minute, y'all used to know that I would actually put the mic on mute and yell at him. And you would see me yelling, but not hear me. And it would be a joke because everybody would try to figure out what I was yelling at Tyler for. And if he doesn't stop in 3, 2, 1, we're going to yell at him. I'm going to put you guys on mute and I'm going to yell at him. Hold on. And what I said was, quiet, sit down. But I didn't want to blow out anybody's eardrums. Chocolate twist yoga is here. Hey girl, look at all of that fineness. He cutting it up. Yeah, Tyler, I don't know. He must have seen somebody walk by the window or the door or something, or heard someone. I don't know. He crazy. Yes. All right, cool. Why does your red come through so well? Sometimes red comes through as orange on your camera. PT, is that still you? So what I've noticed, I have this, actually, let me check the control center because I have an Elgato light. So what does this tell me? I actually have my light on. So I have my Elgato brightness at 15%. So that's the one light. I have one light. Then the rest of my lights are recessed lighting. I have 5 recessed lights here. So I put the recessed lights, they're all red lights coming down. And then I have the Elgato light on 15%. I had to lower it because it's still, if I have it up, let's raise it so you guys can see. If I have it up brighter, you'll see some of the red, I lose it, right? Because now you're just seeing the brightness of me. You can see me a little bit more clear. So I try to lower it between 10 and 15% where you can still see me. It's a nice glow. This is pretty good. Let me see if that's back to, yeah, that's 10%. So like between 10 and if I go up, because I have it set up on my Stream Deck, and I have it set up to go up and down 5% increments. So if I go up 5%, this is 10%. 15%. I go down one, now we're at 10%. So just a nice little light over here. And then the background, these are Philips Whiz lights, not Philip Hue with the bridge, but the Philips Whiz. They're WIZ connected. They actually have different bulbs, recessed lightings and things like that. And that's what I have. So what is going on, y'all? What's cracking, fam? Today, I say it all the time. Paul, thank you for coming through and being loyal. We're going to talk a little bit about bikes as well, Paul, because you guys love to entertain me and all the random things that I talk about. So we're definitely going to talk about an update with my bike because it has been, and I don't even know if that's the right sound effect for it. I feel like it's not. Maybe something like this. But yeah, so we're going to definitely, let me lower my seat a little bit. Let me get a little comfy. Let me get comfy to talk to my fam. And this is the Elgato Wave mic arm LP. This is life, y'all. So I love being able to see it. And now there's not my head isn't really getting cut off too much. So I do like that. And it's good. All right, cool. Yeah, so the Elgato, everyone has been raving about the Elgato Wave mic arm LP. I got the little profile. I put it under the monitor in the back. It's amazing because now I swing it forward. I have the microphone up and under instead of the blue, what is that? The blue compass, right? That was up and over. This is up and under. So the up and over with the blue compass mic arm, I feel like would just take up, right? A lot of room, a lot of my face and stuff like that, especially with this type of microphone. The condenser mic, I like to talk a little bit closer into it to make it sound as good as it does. So having it up and under, you still get to see my face. You still get to see my mouth. You get to see me and we get to have an interaction. I hate having my mouth blocked. I don't mind it's the mic in the shot, but I don't like having it so close. So yeah. Let me see. So let's go back to some comments. What do we got? Hello there. Says, hey, India, your audio quality is amazing. Plus, the New York cat is always on point. Who is this? What's cracking? Thank you. Yes. So what I was saying was, because of course, I always lose my train of thought. What I was saying was that I was in the mall earlier this week. When my hair starts to grow out because of my curls, it's not long enough to put into a ponytail, but it's still short to like figure something out. And I think I got a cute hat head. So I went to Lids and I bought 4 hats. And of course, red is my favorite color. So for those of you guys that didn't know, now you know red is my absolute favorite color. So red's my favorite color. And I'm from New York all day, day, Brooklyn. You heard, you already know. Yeah, let's get it cracking. Oh, I have a new sound effect. Let's see. Wait, and then we're going to do this because we love to have fun. Hold on. Let's do it the right way. Yeah, what's cracking, y'all? Anyway, so yeah, I had to rep New York all day, every day. So I got this one, and then I have an all white and black logo, and that's for the Brooklyn Nets because, of course, Brooklyn, how can I not buy a hat that doesn't rep Brooklyn? But yeah. Anyway, hey, Simply Obs, how are you there, my friend? Joel, bike talk, a must. All right, good. Thank you for encouraging me. You know, I love you. Steve Worthy, how are you, my friend? Red looks good on you. Thank you. Uptown in the house. Uptown, baby. Uptown, baby. We gets down, baby. I'm for the crown, baby. Okay, that's not this show. See, me and Doc, this is why me and Doc get along so well. Because you tell us something and we're instantly going into some sort of song or whatever. So thank you for coming through and showing support. I appreciate all of you guys. I did want to give an update and I wanted to get some feedback for those of you guys that are on, and I'll keep it for a little bit. I guess I'll probably revisit it in a little while because we still don't have too many people on. So with the Stream Deck class, I was thinking about doing 2 different classes. I was thinking about doing a Sunday afternoonish class and then a weekday class. I was thinking about doing the weekday class like on a Wednesday in the middle of the week. I am in New York Eastern. Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, but I rep New York Eastern Standard Time. So I'm thinking somewhere around 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, which will give a lot of people an opportunity to like get out from work and get themselves settled in for the weekday evening class. And then for the Sunday class, I'm thinking early afternoon. So if anyone has any feedback, let me know what you're thinking, if there are like times that work better. And I know that we're all over the place. So, it's Eastern Standard for me and some of you guys, like my homies coming through. Israel is hello, brother, is in Chicago. So he's, I believe, Central Standard Time. So that's an hour behind. Pastor Vaughn, where are you? Are you in Cali? What's your Central Time? Let me know. I was just talking about, I don't know how much you guys caught, but I was talking about that I'm pretty much finalizing the dates for the Stream Deck Masterclass. I'm going to do 2 different classes, weekend afternoon day and then a weekday late evening, to just give everybody an opportunity to not miss and have some more flexibility with that. So, Paul giving me the thumbs up. How are you? More like a cash register sound. Yes, that's what I need. Don't I have that? I thought I have that. Hold on. I thought I have a jackpot. No, but I do have this one.
Audio Jungle.
I did download that one. So let me tell you. All right. So for those, I think all of you guys know that I crashed on my bicycle 2 weeks ago. I took a turn all wrong. My pedal was closer to the ground. I took a turn at like 15 miles an hour. My pedal hit the ground, made impact, and my bike locked up, threw me off the bike. I'm fine, thankfully. I just a little bruised up and beat up. My fork was cracked. My bike is all carbon fiber, including the fork. So it's great for riding, makes you go super fast. But because it's carbon fiber, it is super, super delicate. And then also carbon fiber is not recommended to get repaired. So I bought the bike. It's a 2018 Specialized Amira SL4. It's a woman's bike, so it's 51 inches, which was perfect for my height. I'm 5'5". They no longer make that bike. So I'm like, all right, no big deal. So I went to Trek. That's where I found it. She ordered a replacement fork for me, brand new, $350. And I was like, and I was in the process of upgrading my tires from tube tires, clinchers, to tubeless. So I had paid for the upgrade to go to tubeless. That was $250. She already started doing it. And then she's like, hey, you have a crack in your tire. No, ma'am, I do not know. Why would I? No, I did not know. Right. So then I'm like, all right. So she orders a new fork from Trek, pretty much gets the measurements, $300 and let's say $400 because to install it and all of that stuff. $400 later for the fork, plus the $250 I already paid. Right. So we're talking about almost $700. Takes a week to come in. I talk to her. And she tells me, well, listen to this Simply Obs. So check this out. Since you have a specialized bike, you have a Roubaix Specialized. And I think Israel also has a Specialized. Paul, let me know. I don't know what you said you ride. I know that Israel just bought a Specialized bike. So the parts are proprietary. So with the Trek fork, it did not fit. And I said, all right, fine. No big deal, right? I'll just buy. And I was already looking on eBay. So I didn't see the same exact model because they stopped making my bike, which, by the way, it's a 2018. So it's not like it's an old bike, right? I paid $1,200 for a used carbon frame, which was really good. I got it from a place online called The Pros Closet. They sell certified pre-owned, all sorts of big name brand bikes. They do like 140 checkpoints, whatever. It was fine. So I order a fork from Specialized, which has the same, it's called rake, the same type of measurements for the most part. The fork shipped used was $200, a carbon fork. I said, okay, no problem. She gets it yesterday. She was off. I go in there 11 o'clock in the morning today. She's like, yeah, this one doesn't fit neither. This is her telling me, I finally got in contact with the Specialized dealer, the local dealer. They no longer make your bike. They no longer make that part. So you either have to find the same exact fork. So not even like using, a fork from Specialized, whether it's from the Tarmac or from the Roubaix or something like that. No, I had to find another Amira fork, which are impossible to find. I've been searching for the last 2 weeks. So I'm out of a bike if I decided to not buy a new bike. And because I am all into riding my bike. They do have a trade-in program. You guys, I don't even want to talk to you guys about numbers because I lost a pretty penny on my bike that I just bought. But then, right, it goes into, I just bought the bike. So that means I also had to buy the gear. I had to buy a helmet. I had to buy, Simply Obs. Yes. I bought the helmet. I bought the pedals. I'm like, Israel and we text, right? And I'm telling him, you need pedals, you need this. So you guys know, for those of you guys that ride bikes, you're invested and it is money. You're putting money in there. So I am invested with just the gear alone because I bought a bike GPS, my helmet, my clothes, $1,000, $1,500 or something like that. Right. Welcome to the wonderful world of biking. I wish someone would have told me that, Paul. I'm not even like exaggerating or trying to be dramatic. I wanted to cry. I held back tears because when she said that the Specialized rep said they no longer make this part, and I've been searching for 2 weeks and I haven't seen anything, like not even like a frame, a used bike, like with my particular bike, the Amira series. You see the Tarmacs, right? You'll see Roubaix, you'll see, whatever the other ones are, like you'll see a lot of those other ones, and I have not seen any Amiras at all. So I knew that I was out. So luckily, and then we talk about customer service. The customer service has been amazing. So she actually let me return the tubeless tires that she installed. So she let me return the tubeless tires. So the $250 that I spent on that, she let me return that. Of course, we returned the fork and even the labor she let me return. So that helped to offset it. I traded in the frame, which in essence was a used broken frame, right? Because the fork is done. It's cracked. There's nothing that can be done. We'll put it this way. The bike used, the Specialized bike I bought was $1,200. And I got $328 trade-in credit for the fork. So, and I wish I had a cash register because that's exactly the sound that I would need. So I was in a horrible mood earlier today. And then I asked her, right? And again, you guys know who ride bikes and stuff like that. The shortage is insane. There's no bikes anywhere. It takes forever. I had originally wanted a Trek checkpoint. Those are out of stock until 2022. Like, it is crazy. And basically, the day a bike comes in, if it's your size, it is getting sold that same exact day. So then I'm expecting, right? Like, I'm expecting nothing. And I tell her, I said, well, you don't have any bikes, do you? And she's like, actually, I just got 2 in today, and one of the 2 may be your size. So I'm between a 52 and a 54 centimeter bike. She had the Trek Amanda, in stock in a beautiful blue. I'll post pictures up between today and tomorrow. Since we're talking numbers and we're family, I'll be completely honest with you. I'll be transparent. The bike was $3,200 and I got $300 back. So what is that? I spent $1,000 down the drain for my Specialized bike. I like I said, literally, I had a knot in my throat. I wanted to cry. And I'm like, how, like, why? But I'm so invested. And not even that, on a more serious matter, like it has been a great stress reliever for me. It has helped me, like, just with getting back in shape. Since I've bought the bike, I've lost about 15 pounds. Like, right? Like, this was the bigger thing. It's not even the money. It's the investment that I have in it for just me trying to be healthier and trying to, like, build good, healthy habits. And I'm like, no. So I sucked it up. I did buy the bike that they happen to have in my size. I traded it in. I mean, between the trade-in and with the stuff that she let me return and stuff like that, I think I got back like $700. So the $3,150 minus the $700, I paid, like $2,300 for the bike. It still hurts. But yeah, that's where we are. So, hey there, my good friend, Scott Glass. How are you? Pastor Vaughn just telling me, I'm just going through the comments now, getting caught up with you guys. Also in the Chicago area, so that's Central Standard Time. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Oh, you have a Robai, but it's a few years older. I saw that. Yeah. So for those of you guys that have Specialized, just be very careful, especially if it's a carbon frame, because you don't want to be in my situation where you are SOL without a replacement part. Simply Ob saying my balance is terrible because of my cycling accident. Now it's built into a track. Oh, I didn't know you had a cycling accident. That sucks. But I'm glad that you see you're still riding. So that's super, super cool. Paul used to ride a Trek now. I believe you still ride. Yeah, Paul? Yes, sounds like an uh-oh. It is 100% an uh-oh, Joel. So now you know, super bad. Yeah. Not good. Yeah, Israel. And so it's so funny because me and Israel, we were talking about, and those, you guys all, I think for the most part, everyone here knows me and knows I love to color match. So my helmet I bought in red. The pedals, the clipless pedals that I bought are in red. My shoes are red and black because my bike was blacked out with red accents. And so now the new Trek is blue and white and black. So what I did was I went to Lowe's and I bought spray paint and I sprayed painted. It was one of those like fusion spray cans that is primer and like spray paint all in one. So I took the pedals off, went outside, and I spray painted my pedals a nice blue. And I bought matte black for the helmet and I painted my red helmet black. And so now at least I was able to match that, I guess. Anyway, yeah, kind of sucks. That must be in the air. I'm with you on the what? Yes, I have to buy a whole new multi oven because the hinge. And so, here's the thing on a serious note, and I know that we can all like talk about that and stuff like that. I'm a little upset with Specialized because again, I know that I bought a used bike, but it's a 2018, right? So it's not, we're talking about 3 years old. So it's not like I can understand if the bike were a 2010, a 2011, where we're talking about 10, 15 years old. I can't be mad at that point if they're no longer making parts, right? But how do you have a bike that you were making and was in distribution 3 years ago and you totally failed to make parts for, or you totally stopped making parts for it? There's no adapters, right? Like, did you not think about all of the people that went and bought this Specialized Amira? What are they going to do? God forbid something happens. And it's not just, right, like it was for me, it was the carbon fork. But what if it's another part of the bike? It's like, well, I don't know. And maybe I'm a one-off that I fell and just cracked the fork. Super upsetting. And then even with and I'm sure the pros closet wouldn't know, but I think at that point you're buying a bike. I don't know if I'm just complaining just to complain, but now I'm like, listen, someone needed to put a disclaimer on here that this is like, right, the parts are very limited. It's because had I known that, and that was why I decided to go with a Specialized over another brand, because it's super popular. I know that I can get it serviced from a local dealer because it's Specialized. There are so many bike dealers that are, authorized resellers and things like that. So I'm like, listen, it's a 2018. It's in great condition. And then if I need anything, I can go to one of the many bike stores and have it serviced. This was the last thing that I was expecting. But anyway, hey, Richard, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. Hello there. It says, hello, sister. Good to see you and catch you live. Thank you. Facebook user, let me know who you are, or I will do the mantra. Come on through to YouTube. I am the only India Delgado on YouTube. And then I can see all of your pretty and sexy and beautiful thumbnail pictures like this sexy gentleman right here. The shortage is right. And so that's the main reason why I decided to spend the money now and buy the bike, because I was there, I'm invested, I'm trying to work on, my health and stuff like that. They had the bike in stock, and I was like, and I know that the shortage is super, super crazy with bikes. So I said, you know what? I will figure it out. I have the money. It's not money that I wanted to spend. It was allocated for something else, but I said, let me buy the bike now that I'm here, because it can be a lot worse, because I'll go back and they won't have my size in stock, and then the season will be over, and then I won't ride until next year. And that was kind of the last thing that I wanted. But hey, what is going on? JP High Tech, what's cracking, my brother? What's popping? Was really, really good. Happy belated birthday to you, my brother. Hope it was well. Hope you had a really good time, and wishing you many, many more. So for those of you guys that know JP, if you haven't wished him a happy birthday, it was his birthday earlier this week. Show him some love down in the comments. But yeah. My Specialized dealer contacted them. I got one that claimed was on the boat coming to America. Nice. So how long did that take, Obs? Let me know. It is super, super expensive. Yeah. And that's the problem with Carbon. They're great. They are super lightweight. They're great to ride and things like that, but they're extremely fragile. Oh, you don't ride anymore. I didn't realize you don't ride anymore. So anyway, what's cracking? What's popping? I invested in you. You are priceless. Don't be mad or upset. You are worth that and more, girl. I love me some Gigi. Hey, boo, how are you? Thank you for coming through. And that's the first comment I see from you. That just made my day. Thank you. And you're 100% right. And that's what I said, and that's why I bought the bike. My Specialized, it was a housewarming present to myself. I got my house, I'm in a new town, and I'm going to use the bike to explore the town. And that's all right. But, are Yankee hats allowed in Philly? Who is this trying to be a hater? And if they not allowed, that's all right, because I'm a rep Brooklyn all day, every day. You already know. I don't know if they are. Whatever. Let me know who you are. Supply chain stuff has messed up everything. Listen, so we're going to talk stories today, because this is what we do, and I absolutely love you guys. And I have some more people on, so I'll talk. I'll bring up the dates again about the Stream Deck in a little bit. But it's so funny you say that, Joel, with the supply chain, because you are 100% correct. So also, I wanted new living room furniture. And it's so funny because Diana called me last week, and she was like, listen, Facebook is putting your business out there. And I think almost everyone here I'm Facebook friends with online, like outside of we're friends, right? Online. So you guys may have seen it, but Diana had me cracking up because apparently it notified her that I put my sofa, my chase, and my individual chair for sale on the Facebook marketplace. And so she was like, listen, it had your business out there, and it notified her, she said, like at 2:00 in the morning that I put stuff up for sale. So you guys may or may not have seen that I put my current living room sofa. It's like a sofa with a chase at the end of it with the matching chair up for sale, because I did go to Macy's. Macy's has a sale that ends on the 15th, which is tomorrow. at their Macy's furniture section, and I got a really, really nice set. For those of you guys that want to know, I bought and you guys know I'm bougie, y'all know. So yes, I bought my Macy's from my furniture actually, and what's for sale is also from Macy's. I love Macy's furniture. So I ordered another sectional chase sofa from Macy's. It's called the Jolene. I bought the navy blue, a beautiful, very comfortable sofa. And then I bought the matching coffee table, which has storage. And when you flip the lid up, it's two separate lids, a left and a right. And when you flip it up and over, they turn into like trays, like coffee trays. So super cute. I got it on sale. I think brand new. The sofa is about $2,300. And with the Macy's sale, it came down to $1,299, which for a sectional / chase, that's actually a really, really good price. So going back to supply chain and the timing, the sofa is not available to be delivered until October. And when she added on the coffee table, that set my delivery date back to December. December, y'all. What is happening? So it's not just obviously bikes, it's also furniture that it's like crazy. Like, and she said October, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, no big deal. It's 2 more months. And I'm trying to sell my stuff. And that gives me time to put it in as many places and try to, offload it. And if worse comes to worse, I had already said if I don't sell it, I'm actually going to donate it to either the Habitat or reach out to a local nonprofit for families in need and just donate it. So it's not the end of the world. But of course, I would love to recoup the money that I'm spending. December, y'all. December. Anyway, what is going up, Mr. Information Man Show? How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit. Thank you for coming through, showing love. I appreciate you. How's everything going? You like the setup, Gigi? So some of you guys saw I posted it on Instagram earlier today. I got the iconic, I've always wanted an iconic one of their poster frames. I love like their motivational posters and things like that. They come in all different sizes. I did decide to go with, I think it's 30 by 40. So it's a bigger size frame. You can see it fits that corner wall pretty much from edge to edge. And you can't really see the top, but I like it. Like when you're actually in the room, it looks good with the height. And so for those of you guys that haven't seen it, it's supposed to be a airline baggage tag, and it says baggage on top. And then the lines under it say negativity, 28 pounds, guilt, 32 pounds, expectation, 41 pounds, mistakes, 36, insecurity, 49, regret, 50 pounds, failure, 30 pounds, worry, 47 pounds. And then under it, it says your past is heavy. Leave it behind. So I thought that was great. There were a bunch of them, and I was fighting between which one that I wanted. And of course, the baggage tag, the top of the baggage tag is red. So you guys know, that spoke to me. But just getting rid of all of that stuff, I try to say that to myself a lot. Just listen, anything that's negative, leave it in the past. Keep it moving. Keep looking forward. Keep going through those doors. So yeah, you like the look. No more green screen, Mr. Information Man Show. No more green screen, but let's see. I can see a situation where the dealer would not have thought to check that for all the same reasons. Bad, no fun, no matter. Right? Yeah, I know. But anyway, Charles, what's cracking? I've been thinking about you. How do you like my setup, sir? Because Charles got an OD crazy setup. His setup is for the I love his setup. So I told him, listen, when I start doing my setup, I'm going to try to take some numbers out of your book. Everyone's showing JP some love. Happy birthday. Yes. Yeah, I'm in Philly, Sean. I bought a house. I closed on August 30th, and I'm not August, April 30th. So I've been here since April 30th. Yay. Do I have? Let me see. I have the eCam. Their sound effects, eCam. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in Philly now. I absolutely love it. I'm like 10 minutes away from Center City. It is amazing. Yes. So Move to YouTube. Why are you a Yankees hater, Rob? What's going on, brother? How are you, my pain in the butt friend? You're such a hater. You're a hater with everything, Rob. Why? And I love it. That's okay. It's good, playful banter. I knew, and it's so funny. So I know that I'm behind on the comments, but I knew that as soon as I said I bought it from Macy's and that Macy's had a sale, Gigi, I knew that you were going to be simultaneously checking out the furniture sale. But for real, the prices are amazing. And who is making fun of my coffee? Who's telling me coffee? Because you already know I was with a friend yesterday and we were talking about Philly accents versus Brooklyn accents and how like I use my hands when I speak and things like that. And yes, coffee. What are you talking about? Forget about it. There's certain things that I will say and you'll know for real. I am from New York. Yes, go fast instead of gas. Listen, I'm going to take the bike out for a ride tomorrow. I'm going to make sure that I don't crash, because we're not going through this again. Make sure that I don't crash, and I better go fast with that bike. So it's an all carbon bike, disc brakes. I mean, the bike is beautiful. It's a beautiful bike. Not red, unfortunately, but it's it's 2 shades of blue with the Trek lettering is white. It's all carbon fiber. It has disc brakes. It's a 2022 model. So it's definitely right. Like it'll last me for years. Disc brakes. With my pedals on it, it's about 22 pounds. So it's just about the same weight as my Specialized bike. So yeah. Anyway, took a month to get in, but when I tried to ride, found out that I could not balance. My wife got in touch with a Paralympian from New Zealand and found out we had to make it a trike, how to make it a trike. That's super cool. I would love to see pictures of that, Simply Obs. That sounds amazing. Gigi telling me Wayfair is the bomb. Got a chase for half that. Green velvet with the sleeper, and my delivery September. Whack. Don't be stressing me out, Gigi. I know. I'm going through it right now. I'm literally going through it between my bike. And Gigi, I know you came in a little bit late, and I don't want to repeat it, but basically my bike, I had to buy a new Trek because my Specialized bike is done. And that's all we're going to say, because then eventually I'll start crying, and we don't want me to cry online. Rob, we just purchased new furniture, but we were lucky it was in the warehouse. Yeah, you are very lucky because, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Anyway. Yeah, I think it'll sell in a few weeks. I do think it'll sell. I did price it a little bit higher, but you know the game. You price it higher, and I always put or best offer on it, because then people are going to naturally haggle you and stuff. So it's always better to sell price higher, and then I know what my minimum down point is, my low point, and things like that. So yeah, I just now at this point, what I'm worried about is it selling too soon, and then I'm going to be on. I do have an IKEA Poang chair in storage that I can go get. So I'll have at least one chair, and then any company that comes over will be sitting on the sofa, because, anyway. Luis, que lo que, hermanito, what's cracking? How are you? Yeah, so let's see. Last year when we bought a new kitchen table and sectional, they came in pieces over the next 6 months. That's insane. Listen, I hope not. Yes. Thank you. I am enjoying the town. So I'm from New York, right? So Philly's just like New York, just not as populated, which is great for me. So I'm loving it. I'm loving exploring, and I do like the city life. So anyway, there's no tears in live streaming. Have you not seen my previous? I cry. I am like a big baby, and I will shed tears. Although Keely, right? Like a lot of us watched Keely stream. She was bawling the other day. So anyway, I ordered my appliances. They said 6 months. How long did it take? Do you still have them? Wait, I need to know more of this. Heather Ramirez, what is cracking, sister? Oh, I got a special one for you. Hold on. Can I do this the right way? Heather, hold on. Let me see. Can I get this done? Yeah, what's poppin', sis? How are you? What's going on? Anyway, yes. So Heather, this is the new studio suit setup. Thank you very much. The mess is, so where my hand is, what you can't see, the mess is hidden right over here. It's not the mess. It's what's left of the mess. It is, for the most part, I'm done. I know that you saw the pictures online. And for those of you guys that don't know, what I did was when I first settled into the house, I bought the cheapest, the Lindemann IKEA cheap desks that you can buy. And what happened was, because us streamers, we put all the stuff on our desk, right? So I had my two 27-inch monitors mounted to the desk with one of those, fancy gas articulating monitor mounts. I have my Elgato key light mounted to the desk. Of course, the microphone arm was mounted to the desk, and it started sinking into the desk because the IKEA Lindemann tops are just cardboard. It's not even particle board. It is a particle board layer and then cardboard on the inside. So it started sinking in, and then it was wobbling, and it was just a hot mess, and I was annoyed. And so what I really wanted to do, and I said, listen, I just bought the house. I'm still getting settled in. It's still fresh. Let me do it right the first time, right? Like, instead of being here for 6 months to 8 months, let me do it right now where everything is still fresh, redo it, and then I don't have to worry about it. It'll literally be set it and forget it. And so that's what I decided to do. I also, at the same time, I swapped out my monitors. I had two 27-inch LG 4K monitors. I have the M1 Mac Mini, and how I talk to you guys is I have a teleprompter set up with its own monitor. So with my original setup, I had the two 27-inch monitors and the teleprompter, which is 3 monitors. For those of you guys that all bought an M1 Mac, whether it was a MacBook, any sort of Mac computer that has the M1 chips, know that Apple and the M1 chips do not like more than 2 monitors. You can get around it, but the workaround with the display link adapter, it is very cumbersome. It's a pain in the butt. I was making it work, but it was just more of a hassle to get set up, and I was having issues. My screen started flashing. I think the display link adapter ended up dying. And I was like, all right, so how can I make this work with still having, and the reason why I want two 27-inch monitors is because when I work during the day, right, as a banker, I actually need the monitor space. I need the screen real estate, because when I'm doing mortgage applications and I'm looking at financial documents, I do need to have them side by side so I can do income calculations and stuff like that, right? So I do need the screen real estate for what I do for work. So then I said, all right, so how about I get rid of my 2 monitors and I just get an ultra wide. So that's 1 monitor, which then at that point, 34 inches will be just about the same amount of space as my 227. And then my teleprompter monitor, that'll work seamlessly with the M1, because then it's just 2, right? And I'm not doing the workarounds. So that's what I did. And this is what prompted me to blow up the entire office. So then I got the ultra wide monitor, and then I was like, all right, I want to mount it to the wall. I want to have a floating setup. And for those of you guys that know me, I do the most. I am so extra. I do the most. Diana calls me bougie. Like, that's just who I am. So I was like, no, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do this right. Absolutely not. So then what I did was I took the ultra wide monitor, I mounted it to the wall. I got, the cable kit so that I can route the cables, the power cables and the HDMI cables and all of that stuff through the wall on the bottom. So I did that whole setup so the monitor can be floating. Then what I did was I went to IKEA and I bought so I have a sedan, an Acura TLX. I do not have a truck. I didn't think this through, and I went by myself. You guys, like, only us we do these things, right? Because it seems like a good idea in our brains that do all of these million things. We think that we come up with the grandiose ideas of, I'm going to go get me an 8-foot countertop in my sedan by myself that weighs 80 pounds, and I'm going to bring it home. So then I ordered it. They had it in stock. I was very happy. I got the 8-foot, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to cut this on my own. I'm going to go get sawhorses and a circular saw, and I'm going to do everything. I'm a homeowner now. So apparently I can do all of these great things on my own. Who told me to lie? And before I get into the story, I got some more people that came through. So I want to make sure I say hello to everyone. So Paul is asking if the floating desk went well. So we're going to continue the stories. The story's on timeout. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Duct tape isn't just for strapping down my unruly airplane passenger. That was good, Gigi. That was very good. I like that. Tom Buck in the house. Tom, I know you're probably sitting right next to Heather, but now I got to do one for you. So we're going to go through this whole thing. Let me get myself situated again. Tom, I'm going to do a different one for you. But although the sound effect, because that's an India sound effect. So everyone gets that. But this one is for you, Tom. Yeah, was cracking. Mr. Tom Buck in the house. Was popping. How are you? Thank you for coming through and showing love. I appreciate you. And of course, Tom Buck in the house with his normal, usual dad jokes. Looks like your studio is truly ready. I love that. That was, you get in true Tom Buck fashion. I love that. Thank you, sir. It is ready for the camera. They're still a mess. Anyway, IKEA desk is kind of right. That's what was happening. So you need to go. You got to get the Home Depot desk, or right. So you can get a butcher block, or the which in essence is the same thing from IKEA, the countertops. I got the Carlby. So we'll talk. I'll give you more details on that, but no collapsing desks. Second monitors, listen, once you go to multiple monitors, Heather, you don't want to go back. So they spoiled me at work, and then I instantly got a second monitor at home, and I will never not have at least 2 monitors because they are the best. Yes, solid wood or solid particle board, because that's what the IKEA Carlby countertops are, solid particle boards. The Husky desk, I know. I thought about that, right? Because, and I saw that Doc has that. There were a few people that posted in the Let's Get Live group. I know that Doc has it, and I think that's the one that it's also a crank that it goes up and down. I actually thought about that last year, but again, I wanted to be fancy and have a floating desk and all of that extra stuff. So, background lights, Gigi, what? Tell me, what do you mean? Anyway. Kim, what is up, sis? How are you doing, Kimbucha? How is no longer the honeymoon, but how are things going? How's the married life, girl? What's cracking? Hey, Laura, thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. RK3, what's cracking? What it do, bro? How you doing? I was actually just looking. All of our friends that are grown and sexy friends, like Mr. RK3, I love me some RK3. They're all sending their kids off to college the last couple of weeks. I know that. So RK3, I guess you took your daughter this weekend, right? To college. Keith is taking his son this weekend. And then, James Riley took his son a few weeks back. So, you know, our parents that are friends with college-aged kids, I feel for y'all. Hey, Digital Buddha, David, what's cracking? David, I got my bike back. I'm gonna whoop your butt in the Apple Challenge. Yeah. Just needed to get that out there because David swears that he's gonna get me. Anyway, India, for your next ladies' night of live stream, you need to have Heather on. Everyone, Heather, listen, they're putting you on blast. Espérate. So Doc has been telling me forever that you and I have to link up and connect. And now Kim just kind of put you on blast out there. So I'll hit you up, Heather, and we do have to plan something. But apparently we will have a really good time and we will blow up the internet. So we got to do the damn thing, girl. Anyway, your desk has a crank. So do you have a Husky desk? What do you have? RK3, let me know. Got 3 monitors set up for work. I had to have 2 at least to do 2 monitors for the Glass Studio 3. You fancy. All right, I see you. Background lights. Gotcha. All right, so the background lights, so my whole house, because it's new construction, has recessed lighting. Home Depot has Philips Whiz connected lights, recessed lighting on sale. Well, they're not on sale. They're on clearance, and they were $18 a light. So I spent $500 and I got 28 lights. I need 8 more for the rest of the house. But now all the floors and all the rooms in my house are all smart lights. And you can do scenes and all of that stuff. So check this out. So I have them like when I'm working, and I have this all set up with the Stream Deck, guys. I have to put a camera here, but this is for when I'm working. I have my setup, bright white, ta-da! Oh, look, you can see some of my mess now. Let's now go back and change the lights because I don't want you to see the mess that's the corner over here. And there's a cable there. No, oh, hold on. See the cable somewhere over there. All right, but this is the bright white, cool white setting that I have. The red, then this is purple. And you can do all different types of colors and stuff like that because it's regular RGB lighting. Blue, the blue is pretty good. And then you can do a party mode if you want to do party mode, and that'll just do the switching colors. And I'll leave party mode on for a little bit. Let's go back to my scenes. Anyway, so those are Philips Whiz connected lights, and you don't need the bridge. They actually just work off of Wi-Fi. But the next project that I'm working on is you can connect them to Apple HomeKit. There's a workaround. It's nerdy stuff you use in a Raspberry Pi and stuff like that. But you can do, if for those of you guys that are invested in the Apple HomeKit, you can save money by buying the Philips Whiz connected lights. And then if you feel like being venturous, which all of us are all nerds here. Y'all can't front like you're not nerds. This community is full of nerds, and we said this last week. So anyway, hey, my good friend Deborah, thank you for coming through and showing love. How are you? Told Kristen I said hello, and I'm still waiting to have lunch with you guys. So now I put that on the internet. So now you have to send me some dates, Deborah, to have lunch or dinner. Anyway, let's see. Kirk, oh, the superstars are coming through today. Kirk Nugent, what is going on, brother? How are you? I don't want to get the crew mad with another gift, but I did give you the and of course the DJ horn. So what's going on, brother? How are you? All right, so Heather made the commitment on the internet, so now I have to follow through and I'm gonna do my thing. But anyway, Elaine, how are you, my good friend? Everybody's saying hello to each other. I just want to make sure that I get caught up. Kirk, all right, so Kirk is saying I had you at Raspberry Pi. Kirk, so listen, we can talk. Like I said, we are all nerds. So what I actually bought the Raspberry Pi yesterday. I have to set it up. I'm going to be setting up my Raspberry Pi for two things. I took one of the two 27-inch monitors and I put it in my kitchen, and I already have it as a smart board and it's called DAC board, and you can code and stuff like that, and you can put your calendar and all of that good stuff. I use a Chromecast, so you can do a workaround making your DAC board with the Chromecast, but then the Chromecast freezes if you leave it on like for hours and hours on end. So I just sucked it up and I got the Raspberry Pi. The other reason why I got the Raspberry Pi is because if you're invested in Apple HomeKit and you buy smart devices, and it's popular devices like the Ring doorbells, the Google Nest thermostat, right? Those are really popular smart devices, and those devices do not work with Apple HomeKit, right? Because the Ring doorbell is from Amazon, and then the Google Nest is obviously from Google. So, they're all competing and things like that. However, there is a workaround. So you can buy something called Hoobs, Hoobs, which is like a white brick. And it's kind of flashed with the Raspberry Pi software. It's called Homebridge. And then with the Homebridge, you can connect it to your Apple HomeKit, or you can buy a Raspberry Pi. So the Hoobs product is $300 already flashed, where you can buy a Raspberry Pi for $100, and then you can flash the software yourself and do the Homebridge. And so I saved $200, and I'm going to be using my Raspberry Pi for both my DAC board, smart board, and the Homebridge. And so everybody's laughing at us saying that we're all nerds. Nerds unite. We're Kirk's comment of nerds unite. So I know I just talked a lot of nerdy stuff. So let me know. Alex, what is going on? The Politics Show. How are you, my good sir? Tacos. Lewis, what? Wait, what? Okay. Anyway. Am I speaking your love language? Is that I'm all with you with all of that, Kirk, like all of that good stuff. Love nerding out. See, this is what I'm saying. I can talk to you guys about all of this stuff. Tom is loving it. Extremely nerdy. I like it. So I'm gonna do, Doc has been yelling at me because he's been wanting me to do a video on my smart board. So what I did was, like I said, I took a 27-inch monitor that I had laying around, and I mounted it in the kitchen with like one of the articulating arms so that I can twist and sit while I'm drinking my coffee and watch it. And I put my calendar on there. It gives me the word of the day. It gives me an RSS ticker, and you can swipe through. It's somewhere on my Instagram feed. I did a reels of it showing what it is. So no, my smart board is not touchscreen. You can, but that's expensive, right? Think about it, because it's a 27-inch monitor. I do want now to make it 43 inches because it's like go big or go home, because India does the most. But I do want now, because it's like you get it and it's so cool, all of the information that you can put on there and you can customize it. What's even cooler, and for those of us from New York and that take public transportation, if there's a public API, so we're really gonna nerd out. If there are public APIs, so for instance, in New York, the New York City subway system with the trains and the timing of each train line of when they're coming, that's a public API. With DACboard, you can grab that API and code it into the site, and you can throw it up on your smart board. So if you do take the trains, you can actually see. So like, when I was in New York, I used to take the L train. I could put the L train and it would tell me the next stop comes in or whatever it is. What I did for my particular smart board upstairs was I actually took the Google Maps API and I put in my home address, I put in my work address, and I titled it commute to work, so that when it's on the screen that I have my work stuff, it actually shows me with the traffic real time how long my commute to work is. So is it going to be like, and this is to the corporate office, so it's an hour and a half away from where I live. But if it says 2 hours, right, that means that there's something going on. So like you can look at Kim is like, she talking about APIs in my work. I told you we were going to nerd out, guys. You guys, it's all you guys' fault. Y'all all started saying you're nerds unite, and you guys all wanted to hear all this stuff. So I told you we were going to get nerdy. You can absolutely, and that's why I love the Raspberry Pi, because you can do all of those super nerdy things on a Raspberry Pi that we can't do on a Mac computer. You can do some stuff on a Windows, but it is even better on a Mac. So that's what I have. So let me see. I have my commute to work. I have some stocks that I watch as a scrolling ticker. I have news as a scrolling ticker. So I have the scrolling tickers that way, right? Left to right. And then I have an up and down ticker for my calendar. And then I have a static weather module, a static date module. You can even put, listen, like we're talking about nerdy stuff. You can even put your either Spotify plugin or your Apple Music plugin. And so this is cool. So what I did with my module, so on the left-hand side with the module, it is the Bible verse of the day that it'll switch out every couple of hours. But then when I play music from Spotify, it'll actually pull it from my Spotify account and it'll show the music art on the screen on the module where I put it in the same corner. And when Spotify hasn't played for more than 10 minutes, it automatically hides the module again. Listen, nerdy stuff. So let's go back to the comments. Let's see what we got. Let's see. You're having a great day and you decided to treat yourself to tacos. Well, thank you. And now I'm hungry because what did I have for dinner? I put some buffalo wings in the air fryer that I fed my dog Tyler, because it's just me and Tyler, and he was trying to get it. And so I felt bad and I just gave him, because that's what dogs do. They make us feel bad and then we give them food. But that's what I had. Anyway. Joel is telling me I need, and he emphasized need. You need a motion sensor on your desk with a Pi to do Sequence Studio startup when you walk into the room. That's OD. Joel, OD. Do you know what the slang word OD is? And depending on where you're from, it'll be spelled like us New Yorkers spell it OHDEEOD. But OD is extra. Like, that's the most. Joel, like, why? I have on my Stream Deck a multi-action setup that I just press the multi-action and it'll turn on my lights and do all of that. I mean, that'll be kind of cool, but that is OD. Overkill. Anyway. David, I'm sorry. It's a Saturday night and this is a no nerd zone. We're here to drink and party. Listen, I think, David, you got overruled on that one because the community, they were like, I started talking about Raspberry Pi and the crowd went absolutely wild. They were like, let's nerd it out, y'all. So I think you lost that fight, David. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway. Look at chocolate twist yoga. Kali's like, I have no idea what y'all talking about, but I am loving the conversation. See, because you're a nerd at heart, Kali. That is why. So although you don't know what we're talking about, I guarantee you in about 2 weeks, you'll probably know more about it and it'll make sense. But anyway, great tech, right? Super cool. You can't find it. Kirk, which are you on my personal page or are you on my, cause you know, I have two. I have the I Delgado Productions and then I have India D dot, my regular one. I think I posted it, Kurt, on the I Delgado Productions _ it's a reel. It is there. So it's in, I don't know if you follow my personal one. You got to go to the other one. It's I Delgado Productions _ because I Delgado Productions was taken. And it is, so let me see, can I show you guys? No, I'm not going to do this, but it's there. You can find it. It's a reel and it's not too far down. It's next to a camera mount, next to one of my pretty picture faces. Anyway, let me see. I think I need to show this. Well, I can. It's upstairs. I can't show it now because how am I going to show it upstairs? I can't show you mine. Let me see. Maybe, espérate. And I know that I'm behind on the comments. So I can actually show you lies. I'm lying to you. I can actually show you my smart board layout. So what I'm going to do is let me move my keyboard because I can log into the DAC board. So we're going to nerd out. All right. This is what y'all want. Y'all want to nerd out today. So we are going to nerd out while India sings to you guys. What would you like me to sing to you today? I am not a good rhymer, but I'll sing to you guys because I love y'all. Let me see. Can I do preview screen? Hold on. I'm just looking at the layout so I can get it set up. Let me do preview. All right. So let's put this here. Oh, do I get to test? I think I get to test this screen share overlay. I don't know. All right, so I have it up. I am going to show you guys. Fine. What's the spin rate for your hard drive then? For which hard drive? What are you talking about? Because the Raspberry Pi, I don't know. Anyway, I must say I love the Yankees hat and the Cardinals color. Well, red is my favorite color. And if we go back and we do this right here, let's get it all. There you go. Now we're back to normal. We are back to our regularly scheduled program. Going to need you to NDI or shoot app with, all right, why are you guys yelling at me? I don't do well. And take us over to the smart board right now. Coño, RK3. Espérate, hold on. Why?
Coño.
Don't be yelling at me, okay? All right. I just needed to put that out there. Anyway. Dogs do that, right? They make you feel guilty. He was giving me the puppy dog eyes and he was just looking at me and then he looks extra scruffy because he needs a haircut. And so then I feel bad. I feel like a really bad dog owner that he looks so scruffy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so horrible. He does have a grooming appointment for the 19th. So, all right, now you want, all right. Yes. So I'm just going through. I am going to do the screen share. 2 votes for NDI to the smart board. All right. Guys, gosh, y'all are putting pressure on me. Thank you, David. See, I got to leave it to my friends. Found it. Now I'm jealous. We have the same desk mat. See, because we all have great minds. Let me see. Yo, what's cracking? What's popping, y'all? Tommy. singing. Is this Diana? Diana, because Diana's the only one who be calling me Tommy. So if that is Diana, you know that deal come through the YouTube, Diana. So Diana calls me Tommy from Martin because she swears that, you know, I say, listen, I got to go to work, but I never work. So she's like, Tommy, you ain't got no job. And then I laugh because I'm like, I work. And she's like, well, what do you do? Tell me what you do. So anyway, I'm doing too much. Am I doing too much? I be doing the most. You know, I'm doing too much. I do the most. Come through on YouTube. Thank you, Sean. You like my red. All right. So I do have this set up. I'm just going to do a screen share. How can I do this? Hold on. I was about to start singing. Okay, so how many of you guys, well, if Rob is still here, I know the answer to that. How many of you guys are Disney fans? Because I was going to start singing, what's this? What's this? I can't believe my eyes. Hold on. Screen share overlay. How do we do this? Oh, this way. Sorry, guys. Let me shut up. Let me do this. Let me see. Safari? Yes? All right, hold on. Don't kill me, guys. I'm messing with the beta. I'm messing with the beta. Let's make this bigger. You guys can't see that. That's not big enough, though. Can I do this? Sorry, y'all. Okay, well, that's better. So it's stretched out. I have it in portrait mode downstairs, but you can see on the top left-hand corner, that is the Bible quote of the day. You see I have, and I don't know, I don't like this because you can't really see it. This is the way it's meant to look on here. I just don't know how well you can see that. But so I have my time block on the top right-hand corner. The top left-hand corner is the Bible quote. Under it across the screen is my windows, my weather. Then I have under it the scrolling right to left is the news. Then the scrolling up and down are the calendars I selected, and then the word of the day. So I know that wasn't the greatest. But if I take it NDI upstairs, I guess I can take it NDI and run upstairs really quick and just show you guys. I'm just not going to be able to see anything. So let me see really quick. Hold on. Diana, and I saw Diana's comment. I'm not going to look at the screen because I'm going to try to set up this NDI, but Diana's saying Tommy don't got no job. Tommy has a job, Diana. Okay? Tommy got a job. Stop hating, yo. You always. Coño. Hold on. Let me see.
Coño.
What's going on? Miss D, Diana in the house. What's cracking? Of course I got to do it for you. What up, sis? How are you doing? Diana Gladney telling me I don't got no job. Whatever, y'all. That's how I feel. Whatever. Okay, let me see. The Bible quote of the day doesn't change. It always says, if a man will not work, he shall not eat. Diana, I can't stand you. Why did I really think that this is going to be? And I know she is cracking up in her house right now, messing with me, because I was really reading that. Like, I thought she was ready to drop some knowledge. Like, I thought Diana was really going to, like, really school me on something. So I got serious and everything. I can't stand you, Diana. I cannot. Yes, Kim. Got him. She absolutely got me. Because for real, I was like, hold on. What is she saying? Bible quote of the day? Like, and then even the way to, what is it? The Thessalonians 3, if a man will not work, he shall not eat. Whatever, Diana. That's what I got to say about you. I can't stand you. But we are very good friends. Tommy better have a job between her bike, furniture, and office. Right, Paul. Exactly. I do have to have a job, a good paying job at that. Look, she's crying. And listen, she is, I guarantee you guys, Diana is in her house cracking herself up, dying laughing because that's what she does. She is probably rolling in her house. So whatever. Chris Cecil, what is poppin', sir? How are you doing? Yes, she absolutely cast a bait, and I took it all day, hook, line, and sinker. I can't stand y'all. Why am I always the brunt of you guys' jokes? How does this happen? I don't understand. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug. So let me make sure the camera is working really quick so that nope, NDI turned off. So let's turn, is it on? Stop. What's happening? Oh, there it is. So let me turn it back on again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on NDI. I'm going to run upstairs. Luckily, it's right at the top of my stairs. Hopefully, oh, I think the computer, listen, we might be SOL because I think the computer froze. But what I will do is I can show you guys how it runs. And I make it too easy, sis. Whatever. Whatever, y'all. That's what I have to say. Whatever. All right. So NDI. All right, let me open up Filmic so that I can do this. Hold on. Not YouTube. That's not what I want to open up. Let's do this. All right, run, Forrest, run. All right, jokesters. So let's switch this. Here's this. Here's that. Let me, why am I acting like an old person right now? I don't even know how to How do I flip this? I don't even know how to flip this. How's this? Selfie? How does this work? Hey, this is really close. Listen, I am acting like a legit. Can I flip this over? What's happening here? Why don't I know how to use this camera? Okay, so this is all right. Okay, so let's go upstairs. This is like super close. Why is this? Oh, look, you can see the mess. The truth is revealed because I'm getting old. All right. I am going to start cursing you guys out in Spanish. Okay. So I'm unplugging the microphone. Gonna go upstairs in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, you guys can still, I did not unplug the microphone. I unplugged the headphones. So technically if I stay here, you can still hear me and see me, but I'm going to run upstairs. You're not going to be able to hear me. Let's see. Let's turn this around. If I can, I really feel like an old person. Okay, hold on. Camera, ultra wide. Okay, now you can see my GU10 bulbs. And so we are going to turn. I'm gonna yell. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. I'm yelling. I'm turning the monitor back on. Ooh, look. Get to see my new bike. Here's the new bike. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Let me plug in the headphones. Watch my whole stream. Everybody have left. Hold on. Okay, I can hear myself. The headphones are plugged in. Let's go back to the camera. You guys can see I have, is that today's date? Let's switch back. Hi. Wait, what are you guys saying? Hold on. Now I got to scroll through these comments. Espérate, let me see what we All right. So thank you. I see that, Kurt. Let me go scroll through. I'm sure Diana said something. Anyway, okay. So you guys, listen, I felt horrible because I couldn't talk to you guys. It was like really bad. I felt horrible. Hold on. Okay, so now we're here. Run, Forrest, run. That was Chris making fun of me. Am I using? Yes, I am using the beta. I always use the beta because I like to live on the wild side. So yes, I am on the beta, but it was just technical difficulties. Because I'm getting old. Let me see. What am I, 63? Why? You got jokes? All right. Acting more and more like Keith every day. All right. I started yelling. Did that work? Did you hear me yelling? Because I really was yelling. I was trying. Then I stopped because I was like, y'all are going to think I'm crazy. But I did start yelling. I didn't know if you guys could hear me. And then I did show you Tyler. And you saw the mess. Oh my God. I went through my house. You saw the mess that was on my sofa, a whole bunch of stuff that I threw up there. Anyway, you did see the bike. Yes. So that was the really expensive Trek Amanda SL5 bike that I just bought today. So that is my bike. This is a sample of India streaming at 98. Why? This is why Diana Gladney comes on for our laughing enjoyment. Yes. Okay. Very good. I'm crying laughing because she's yelling, knowing good and well the noise gate is working. Diana, for real? I didn't even think about the noise gate, but you're 100% right. I absolutely was yelling, and the Roadcaster was probably, all you probably heard was the noise gate opening and closing. All right, Gigi's like hard to hear. Obviously, Gigi, because I'm a little slow sometimes, and that's what... That's what. Tell her to keep yelling this. I'm glad that I made you guys' evening. Let's get nerdy. Is that the smart board? Is it really just a Samsung monitor turned sideways? That was upstairs. That's a Dell monitor. Anyway. No audio. She's away from her mic and didn't change it. So now we're using sign language. This is not ASL approved. I cannot. Why? Setup super nice though. Once Yasin is clean. Thank you. It is hilarious. Okay. This was worth the hassle. Setup is clutch. Thank you, Kurt. This is why you guys love me, because I do crazy, silly things for you guys. I have screens everywhere. Gigi, listen. So can I tell you a secret? I do have screens everywhere. So you know how I said that I have I had two 27-inch monitors, and I just, upgraded to an ultra wide. So one monitor is now in the kitchen, the one that you just saw. The second monitor I'm making into another DAC board in the bedroom upstairs. So I do have monitors everywhere. Yes. So anyway, so let's go back. Does this smart board give random tips on how to tell jokes? I'm sure I can probably get your plugin, your API, and put it in there. Hard. Anyway. And need a screen. Listen, I wanted one of those fridges that did have a screen, but my house came with all of the appliances in it, so I did not have to invest. But next time I do have to buy a fridge, I'm good. Now watch her yell at us for the comments. See, Diana, damn it, I played right into that. Smartboard is actually really kind of nice. It is, and I still have to adjust it. I know that I didn't show it too much, but like you can change the gradients, you can change the background, you can adjust the size of the modules. And I didn't change it too much because what I was showing you guys is the way it's currently set up is that I'm using a Chromecast. So you set it up on the DAC board website with the modules, and then you can preview the screen and things like that. And then once you have it up and running, the DAC board gives you an actual link for a website link for each screen. So a developer went and created something called a Cast Deck And you can actually put that link onto the cast deck. That's what I was showing you guys. Put the link on the cast deck website and then hit cast and it'll actually cast it. So that's how I've been using it. But it's not, you can't control it as much. It's a little finicky. And that's why I decided to upgrade to the Raspberry Pi, because it can be super, super cool. And the Raspberry Pi just gives me a lot more flexibility than the cast deck. That's kind of janky, right? Like it was the bootleg cheap way of doing it. Clean up my thumbnails. I knew someone was going to say something about that because that was a very old to-do list. And if you go through my YouTube page, my thumbnails are still not cleaned. So yes, Paul, thank you for the reminder. I have to clean up my thumbnails. We should have placed bets of how long it took. Thank you so much, Kurt. So that's cool. So I am going to do a video on how to actually use the DAC board website, how to create your modules and stuff like that. Like I said, Doc yelled at me because he's like, can you do the video already? I don't want to figure it out. I want you to show it. So I am going to do that. Thank you so much, Diana. Appreciate you. Glad you guys like the setup. And of course, always happy to oblige. That was actually really funny that I was really yelling at you guys and I forgot with the Rodecaster, the noise gate was working. So that was good. You love that bandage sign. The baggage sign. Yes, you love bandage. My contacts are not working as well as they should. But yes, I love the baggage sign. Thank you. Looking at how this is done on YouTube, it's a super neat setup. You did a really great job. Thank you, my sister. Now that she has her joke. See, this is Diana. This is the love that you get from Diana, right? It's like Diana like gives you shots. It's like shot 1, shot 2, shot 3. And then it's like, oh, love and warm and fuzzy. And let me give you compliments. Diana's like the epitome of one of those managers, right? That it's like, well, I'm going to give you some bad news. But before I give you some bad news, I want to give you some really good news. But it's in the reverse. So Diana like, and then she's like, all right, here, let me help you get up. Come on. All right, you feel good? Let me help you dust you off. Anyway, but thank you, sis. No, I know you just messing with me. It's all love. I love you. Hey, girl, Angelica, what's up, boo? How are you doing? Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. That's for Diana. Angelica. Hold on. What's cracking, sis? How are you doing? Yeah. Hey, Keely, what's up, white bread? Oh, Keely. Oh, wait. Keely, hold on. Did it not work? Oh, no. Coño, it didn't work. Sorry. I was trying to get the white bread emoji for you. But anyway, Diana is like Simon from America. Right? Exactly. Isn't she? Like, she is legit. Like, oh, my God. That is such a good comparison, Lewis. Because it is. It's like, yo, if you don't want Diana to cut you. But then when Diana sees talent, right? She's like all for, she will blow your ass up. In a good way. But if you're not doing what you got to do, she will blow you up. That is really good. Anyway, she has to get her rib shots in, right? Like a true coach. Thank you, everyone, for giving me this validation. Like, I'm not Diana. See, not the listen, Diana's going to call me. She's going to FaceTime me after this live stream and curse me out. Like, listen, why you got me out here in these streets on blast like this? Anyway, Keely is giving me the white bread emoji. Yes, sis. Keely, you weren't crying the other day. That was just water leaking. Anyway, all right. So now we got some more people on and then we're going to wrap up. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. We've had fun. I did something really cool. I showed you guys the DAC board. I will do a better setup now that I have the Raspberry Pi. That's what I was waiting for. I wanted to buy the Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to do one video just on the Raspberry Pi, the kit alone, and flashing Raspberry Pi software onto it and what that looks like. And then I'm going to do another video with setting up the DAC board and how you can customize it. It's actually really, really easy. I didn't because this is what I do, Paul. This is what happens with our family that Paul has been anxiously waiting, right? Like patiently waiting for the desk. Okay. So I'll finish and then we'll go to the Stream Deck, and then we're going to cut it. So the desk. So I got the monitor, the ultra wide monitor. I mounted it to the wall. I thought I was like this amazing handy woman because I got one of those sheetrock knife sheath thingies, whatever they're called. But I cut using the template, and I cut it in, and then I hung the wires all the way down. I cut another hole, put the plug-in things there so it looks neat. My monitor is floating. Then I went and I bought a circular saw from Ryobi. We were talking about power tools the other week. So I bought a circular saw. I bought 2 plastic cheap saw. So the Brooklyn in me cannot properly enunciate this. Saw horses. I bought, yes, a pair of saw horses, 2 2x4s to be able to make them longer. I got the Carlby countertop. That's what I was saying, that I had this grandiose idea by myself at 10 a.m. in IKEA with my Acura TLX sedan 8-foot countertop that did not fit in my car. So I threw it on the top of the car, zip tied it. Tied it down. I took the local roads, made it home by myself. I held it down. So, okay, he's like, we need to hear the rest of the desk story because I saw the pics on. So this is what happened, Kurt. I was like, so everybody, the people who really like all the YouTubers, they're either do like the Linman tabletops from IKEA and the Alex drawers. That's what I do, have one Alex drawer. Or they'll get the Carlby countertops, which are the kitchen countertops. And they're pure. It's like God knows, it's a very thin sheet of wood. And then everything else is particle board, but it's solid. It's thick, packed particle board, and then the top layer of wood. So I picked up a Carlby tabletop for 8 feet. It's a little bit over 8 feet. It's 98 inches long. So you do the math, however long 98 inches is 8 feet and however many inches. And that was $199. They only had one in stock, so I was lucky. So of course I jumped on it. I was like, yeah, didn't think about it. Opened up, I put the seats down thinking I was going to be able to fit it through to my car. And if it hung over a little bit, wasn't not too bad because I live 10 minutes away from IKEA. I can take the local roads. My trunk is like not even in an oval. I don't even know what shape, but it's right now or narrow. Why can I not enunciate certain words? Don't make fun of my narrow on the top, and it like goes kind of like that, right? Like kind of like a trapezoid, whatever shape that is. So the countertop didn't fit through my car. And so then I'm like, listen, I'm not spending $100 to rent a truck or something like that. I'm not doing it. Like, I won't do it. No. So those are the pictures that you saw, Kurt, that I was like, F this. I'm gonna put this on the car. I channeled my inner father. He showed me how to tie with twine and to get it nice and secure and stuff like that. So I channeled Jose Delgado and I made it home. A 15-minute car ride probably took me about 40 minutes. Then I was like, well, how am I going to get it in the house? Angie was coming. So I was like, well, eventually it's either going to stay outside until Angie gets here or I'll get one of my neighbors. Luckily, my neighbor was outside. So he helped me bring it inside. So now it's in the house. I do the measurements. So from this wall, like this wall, to right here, that's 66 inches. So I needed to do a cut for the long side, 66 inches. And then the rest would be 32 inches left over. Yeah, because it was 98 inches long, 32 inches. And the desk is 26 inches wide. So it literally takes up from my back wall to where the little opening is. So it was perfect. So I was like, but I've never used a circular saw, but I'm a woman and I can do this because I'm strong and I'm independent. So I was like, what did I do? I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. So I was like, that's mad easy. I can do that. So my biggest struggle and my biggest stressor was not even using the power tool. It was not a TSX. Oh, you have a TSX? So I used to have a TSX. Love the TSX. But anyway, my biggest struggle was cutting the line straight. So I was like, how do I cut? Because I cheaped out and didn't buy the square. And so I was like, okay, so I found a hack and I figured it out, and I used a piece of straight wood with something else. I used a level. I made sure it was straight. I bought vice grips. I gripped it to the desk, and then I had a little bit of technical difficulties, a little bit, but for the most part, it's a super clean cut. It's a little, but for my first time ever using a circular saw and saw horses and cutting a straight line, I am extremely proud of myself. Okay. Right, Diana, right. It was, listen, and Angie could tell you, because I was, she left me alone. I went to the backyard and I put everything, and I was like, but I don't even know, probably for an hour measuring with this and my level and this and looking at videos, and I would go back inside and sit down, and she was just looking at me like, I'm gonna let you handle this all by yourself. So anyway, so I did it. It was pretty much, Angie did come out to help hold it, the part that was going to get cut so that it didn't fall to the floor. She was like, all right, you got this? You feel comfortable? I was like, yeah, I think I got it. I did do it. So that was good. So I cut it. It was straight for the most part. I'm actually very impressed. Then what I did was, of course, like I said, went to YouTube. I did have a stud finder, so I went and measured the height. And so what I did was I took the IKEA legs, one of the IKEA legs, the Ada's legs, because that was a perfect height. And I put the measurement just like a half of an inch or an inch above the IKEA legs. Put it on the wall, took my lever. So I used both my level as well as the red laser line level. So I used a regular level, and then I just, with a pencil, I went across and I measured a straight line all the way across. Did the same thing on the shorter L. So I did that in an L shape where it was level. And then with the stud finder along the line, I just located all of the studs. I bought shelf bracket holders from Home Depot, the more heavy duty ones. They hold 500 pounds a shelf. I bought lag bolts. So what I did was I drilled pilot holes in the studs. So I took each bracket shelf holder, used a pencil, traced where the holes were on the brackets, made sure obviously it was in the stud, then drilled pilot holes, then took a ratchet, put the bracket on the wall, took a ratchet, and with the lag bolts, screwed the shelf to the wall using lag bolts in the studs. So it's not going anywhere. I used 7. So I used 4 for the 66-inch long piece, and then 2 for the 32-inch long piece. So they're currently resting on top of the shelf. The desk, I got to shake it hard, but the desk doesn't really go anywhere. Of course, it catches the vibrations and stuff like that, but the desk is solid. It's not going anywhere. I clamped. So then the next part that I did was I put everything on my desk. I clamped. I have a monitor mount where it's 2 arms. One arm is where my teleprompter is. The other one is using a VESA laptop mount. That's on the bottom of the teleprompter. So the Rodecaster is literally right beneath it. I mounted my microphone arm. I have my Elgato key light. Then I have the IKEA Signum baskets. I drilled 2 baskets, one on the short side, one on the long side. Under the desks, I routed all the cables. I put all the power bricks in the baskets, and I tested everything out. So that's where I'm at in the stage, is that I tested everything out. Everything is working, all trial and error. Everything is where I want it. So then what I'm going to do tomorrow is then do the actual cable management, bundle up the wires, have it all cabled and tidied nice and neat to the desk. It's funny because Diana and I were FaceTiming last week, and I was trying to set everything up, and I literally took the phone, got under the desk on the floor, and I had the phone. The phone is on the floor. I am on the floor on my back, and we're both facing like the ceiling. Diana was like, what are you doing? Like, she's like, India, I know you were doing the most because I never get on the floor to do stuff. Like, I know, like, what? I died laughing because I was literally on the floor trying to mess with my cables, and Diana was just laughing at me. But the next step tomorrow is to cable manage under the floor, bundle everything up. And I use stickies with reusable zip ties so that I can bundle everything, put it together, and have it all nice and neat so that there's not cables hanging. Once I get the cable management perfect and dialed in and all hidden and bundled and tidied together, then I will secure the desk to the actual brasket, because I'm reading and it says where I want to see the baskets. You want to see the baskets? I'll show you guys. I will take advantage of NDI since you guys have demands tonight. But once I zip tied and tidied everything up, then I will take the screws and screw the desk, because right now the brackets are secured to the wall and the studs. The desk is not secured to the brackets. I want to make sure that I get all the cables and everything clean and neat and everything in its right place, so that then the last thing it will be is securing the desk to the bracket so that it's not moving and it's not going anywhere. And I will show you guys. So what I will do is, let me get some bright lights going. Let's turn on NDI. While I turn on NDI, let's get this going. Let me look at some comments. All jokes aside, very impressive. Thank you, Cecil. I appreciate that. I did see Kevin pop up. Kevin was popping. Dímelo, India Delgado. I think this is Tony. Tony always comes on to Facebook. And that is his hello to me all the time. So Tony, if that's you, what's cracking? What's up, Tony? Que lo que? Diana says, I applaud all of these efforts because the DIY stuff stresses me out. If I did anything to expand out or cut a desk, I'd have to try a resin desk pour with some pink and yellow color, similar to Evan and Caitlin's desk. Yeah, that's super cool. Stud Finder, where'd you get money to spend? Where'd you spend money to get something to find me? Ha ha ha. Bump. Jokester. Let me see. Gigi wants to see the baskets. I'm going to show her the baskets. Diana wants to see the baskets. In my defense, I laugh, but I also encourage you do. This is why we're friends, because you give me the hype that I need. You help me see the things in a different way. So I love our friendship and I love the person that you are. So thank you. Worlds colliding right now. I'm in a nerd OCD carpenter's son. So you are clicking on all cylinder. You need to update your IG. Yes, I do. I do need to update my IG pics. All right, so let's do this. Hold on. So now let's do this. Let's go back to Filmic. Let's put this here. And let me see. Is this popping up? This is popping up. So there's the Roadcaster. And so this is my rat's nest of wires, but these are the baskets. So those are the shelves. You can see, let me put this, that should be a little bit better. The shelves, so I got 1, 2, 3, I got some more there. And then these are the baskets. So you can see the baskets are screwed on. Where are we? There's 2 holders, and they're just legit little baskets. And that's that. And since I'm showing you guys, this is the cut here. So that's my cut. So you see, that's a pretty straight cut. For it being my first time, oh, sorry guys. You see there, it was a little dicey. Oh. It was a little dicey there. You see, I kind of messed up. And that was the blade. I don't think that was me. But for the most part, look, I do have the piece to cover this up. But it is fairly straight. And so I have my speakers, my laptop, my Roadcaster. So this is the arm that I was telling you guys. It's one of the Wally monitor mounts with 2 different, let me move this up, with 2 different monitor arms. So you can see there's one monitor arm there. There's a second monitor arm. On this monitor arm is a laptop mount, and that is how I have my Roadcaster. So you see when I'm streaming, I can put it in and then I can actually swivel it out the way if I need to. And then the teleprompter is on a telescoping pole, mounted directly to the arm, and then on there, and I use my iPad as a screen. So that's that there. And then this is the 32-inch monitor. So you see cables because I haven't cleaned it, but it's, you know, the monitor can't really see. But that's the one hole that I did there. So all the cables are going through. All the cables are going through there. And then they're coming out through there. And that's it. So let me just go back this way. Get you back here. Yeah. So I gave you guys a quick tour of how I did my studio. Let's get this a little bit better.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sari's having trouble hearing me. So I will update my Instagram. I did take some more pictures. I took video of me cutting it. I put the ZV-1 outside, and I did actually record me setting it up on the saw horses and cutting it and stuff like that. So that'll be really cool micro content that I put. And I am, like I said, I had mentioned it last week that I'm going to do like a maybe 6 months in a nice mashup of when I first looked at the house when it was staged to when it was empty to when I moved in, and like just some progression clips and stuff like that. So I have been trying to document, not everything, but I've been trying to document as much as possible. Anyway, so K-Walk, what's going on, sis? How are you doing? Thank you for coming through. I just gave you an idea, so that's what we're here for, giving each other ideas. Glad to hear that. So dope that you can say I did this myself. You need to do a studio tour video. It will perform well. I definitely will, Kurt. I absolutely will. I just got to put it together and, you know, take all the different clips and pictures that I've put and put it together. I just wanted to finish up. So maybe in the next couple of weeks, once I get it all tidied up, then I'll do the video edit. And that was what I was telling Diana. I said, you know, and I had told Angie that too, that I was like, listen, I'm so excited because even with, you know, the edge, right, that it got a little janky at the edge where I cut it and stuff, it's still really good. And for it to be my first time and to be able to come in and say, I cut that table on my own. I taught myself how to cut it, right? I cut it on my own. I taught myself how to really make a floating desk and how to level it out. And I did that all on my own. I mounted the monitor on my own. It was so nerve-wracking. And Angie was watching me because I was like, I didn't want to put the knife thing right in the sheetrock. And I was like, oh my God, do I want to do this? Like, there's no, like, you can repair sheetrock, but it's like, do I want to do this? And then once it was in, I was like, well, there's no going back. And I'm like, right? And then it popped out and I put it in, and it's so satisfying to be able to really genuinely like build this stuff and know that I put my hard work, my blood, sweat, and tears into this. So when I come down the stairs all the time, to be able to know that I actually put work in for this, I'm super, super excited for that. Anyway, so let me see. Thank you, Chris. Super dope setup. I appreciate that. Yes, the TMP 100. That is exactly what I'm using. Kevin with a Sony, sorry, I just gave you all the sibilants, with a Sony 6400, A6400, and a Sigma 16 millimeter. That's what I'm looking at you through. You're looking at me through the Sigma 16 millimeter. Rob is back. Did you miss me? Always. I miss you, Rob. Apparently you're a hater, whatever the kids think. Yeah, you are a hater. You know that, Rob. You're a hater, but you're a good hater. I love you. Thank you, Kevin. Such an amazing setup. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And that's it. So I'm done. I just have to do cable management. It is super solid. It's not going anywhere. I feel like mounting the 32-inch ultra wide, it looks beautiful. And that was the one thing. I know I was talking to Diana and June about this and Doc a few weeks ago, because I had initially gotten an ultra wide, but I got a flat ultra wide. And I didn't like it. It was bothering me the way it was. And I think when June and I were talking, it was because when I had my two 27-inch monitors, I did have them initially like curved into one another. So I think my eyes were already used to looking at like kind of like a semi-curved setup. And so I didn't like it was bothering me, the edges, the left and right extremes on my ultra wide. So I went back and changed the flat ultra wide to a curved, the 32-inch curved ultra wide. And I love it. I love it. Love it. Listen, if you're thinking about getting an ultra wide, one really big monitor or something like that, get it. You will not be mad. It is amazing. Rob says, my lack of cable management almost killed Doc the other day. Listen, so when I first moved in, you are 100% right. Because when I first moved in, you know, like I talked to Doc and Diana, we do a lot of video calls together and I'll show them, or like they'll call and I'll be doing something in the office. So I'll just prop the phone up somewhere and then they're like, what the hell are you doing? Because I'm like moving around to somewhere. And then I showed them, and I showed Doc a picture, and there were cables all over the place. He's like, you need to fix that, Indy. And I'm like, Doc, you know I'm doing my office. Like, I'm not done. He's like, well, you need to. And I'm like, all right, guy, calm down, calm down. But anyway, all right. So this is where we will end. And for real, that's where we're going to end. What I was saying earlier, and there's a lot of you guys that are now on that weren't on before. My Stream Deck Masterclass, let me actually look at the dates because I am going to do it. It's going to be the first week after Labor Day in September. So that's coming up in about 3 weeks. Let me just pull up a calendar really quick because I did set up specific dates. I would like to do a weekend class, a Sunday. I'm thinking a Sunday afternoon class, as well as a weekday evening class for just to give a little bit more flexibility. So the dates that I have settled on are, I'm looking at, let me just go to September. I'm looking at Wednesday, nope. I'm still in August. There we are. Yes. The 8th and the 12th. Where's my iPad? I believe it's what I was looking at was Wednesday the 8th, which is right after Labor Day, and then Sunday the 12th, which is the Sunday after Labor Day. And what I was thinking about doing was doing a, I thought I had that here. I was thinking about doing for a Sunday, doing an afternoon class, early afternoon, late afternoon, and then the weekday class, the weekday Wednesday class, doing later in the evening. So around 8 or 9, 7, anywhere from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. For those of you guys that's in Central, that's either 6 or 7, depending on the dates. If you guys have any suggestions or feedback with timing, let me know, because obviously once the timing is set, the timing is set. Gigi says she is done with the class. I appreciate you. Kirk is also saying he's very interested. So if you guys, I'll definitely, put you guys on the list. I just want to make sure, and that's why I want to do 2 classes, because we all have different schedules. We all do different things on different days. So I wanted to at least be able to do 2 different classes, one on a weekend, one on a weekday, one in the afternoon, which would be the weekend, and then one later on in the evening for the weekday, just to provide flexibility. So for right now, the dates that I'm looking at are the week after Labor Day, and I'm looking at probably the 8th and the 12th week on my Buy Me a Coffee page, as well as your Sammy was cracking. How you doing, Sammy? Yeah. What up, Sammy Superstar? Raquel says that she's interested. All right, cool. Perfect. So I'll add you to the list, Raquel, as well. Thank you so much. And if you guys have, I am going to put it, like I said, I am going to put it on my Buy Me a Coffee page. So if there's a preference, you can let me know. But for right now, that's where I'm at. So that is, let's see. Let me just look at, and that is 1, 2, it's about 4 weeks from now. So that gives me a month to just, and I was thinking I wanted to do it sooner, but my concern is that if I do it the first week in September, everyone's either still taking their kids to school, getting their kids settled into school, or they're on the last minute Labor Day week vacations. So I didn't want to interfere with, Sammy, that's what I'm talking about, the Stream Deck Masterclass with the timing. I wanted to do it the first week of September, but then we run into Labor Day and people go on vacation either for long weekends or for that week. And I didn't want to interfere with that. So I figured pushing it up sooner would be too soon, right? Because now that's a week and a half away. So that's too soon. So then I figured the next best thing would be to push it back the week after Labor Day so that people are in. And then it gives also people the ability to accommodate with their schedules and stuff like that. So I did want to give an update, and that is it. That's where we're at, y'all. So, Thank you for rocking with me. I had a good time with you guys. I missed everyone. We had a really good time tonight. We cracked jokes. Diana came through and, of course, did what Diana does and shows her love and jokes. So thank you, Miss D, for coming through. You guys all encouraged me to run upstairs and show you my smart board, DAC board monitor. And I'm screaming, and that didn't work because of the Roadcaster. You guys all laughed at me. Tommy don't got a job. Tommy absolutely has a job. And you heard the story about my bike and floating desk and even got to see my bike. So we are going to rock out. Let me see. Let's see. What beat do I like? Oh, that's a sound effect. That's not that. But that's a heartbeat. Nope. Hold on. See, these are Stream Deck sounds that I downloaded. But here we are. Let's see. Thank you, Lewis. I appreciate you. We are going to end it here. I will see you guys next week, Saturday. I will see you guys in our Let's Get Live family, in the eCam family. Check out my Instagram page, iDelgado Productions _. You can also check out my Buy Me a Coffee page, buymeacoffee.com/IndiaD. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, y'all.